Who's the big daddy of beef jerky?
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning.
I, for one, am a big fan of beef jerky. Makes me feel like a man. It's a battle to eat, but I always win.
Well, I, for two, like beef jerky. I've been eating a lot more beef jerky recently.
Because it's like survival situations.
I'm not gonna say that I fart, but if I were to fart, I think it does make it stinkier.
I believe that you do fart. And the number of jerky purveyors has exploded like lynx farts over the past few years with the popularization of the paleo diet and low carb and all that stuff. So let's find out which one is the best. It's time for which dried out, shriveled up meat treat is the best to eat, Pete.
We purchased 6 of the most popular name brands of beef jerky, and now we're gonna taste them because we want to find the best.
We're gonna taste them and rank them on the scale of 1 to 6. The best is 1, which is beef chief. But we have hell of a heifer. At least they tried tip. Mediocre Cuban gristle crisis.
Yes.
And the worst, ass-fed beef. Well, that's bad.
First up, we got the ubiquitous Jack Link's Original. We're going with original for all of these, just to be same across the board. Now, this one tops many lists, including bestconsumerreports.net.
Oh, that's my favorite site.
It's a ripoff of Consumer Reports, so I don't know what that stands for.
Very familiar smell. I mean, I've been on many a camping trip with whoa, look at the size. Whoa, got a big old one.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know that they've got the best marketing.
Messing with Sasquatch?
I used to say Sasquatch, not Sasquatch, but.
I can definitely taste like burning wood. It's very smoky.
And it's tender. Like, This is not a gristle fest.
Yeah, all these pieces look very high quality
It's
and
a nice
pretty
thick
consistent.
cut.
I mean, we're gonna start this right in the middle. I'm sure we're gonna have to taste the Jack Link again once we get some other meat in us. But so far, so good.
Careful. Next up, we have Alberto. And fun fact, every time you say Alberto and point your finger to the heavens, Italian accordion music plays. Alberto!
Oh.
You see how easy that is?
Does it work when I do it? Alberto! It does work.
Even though you said it a little bit weird.
Alberto!
You said Alberto. Okay.
Oh, now look. These pieces...
Smaller. Oh, that's hard.
These pieces are all
Holy moly,
half
that's hard.
Half the size of the other ones. And then if I just take a big chunk here.
Oh
wow.
Man, that's gristly.
The jerk factor is very high. You got to really jerk your head back.
I guess some people might like that. Do you like to work it? You like to work it real hard?
Here's the thing. Sometimes I'm hungry and I want to eat a lot of jerky. Sometimes I just want to have something I can
chew on.
Just gnaw on for a little bit. This is more of a gnawer.
I don't know though. Knowing how tender it can get, I think tender is better.
But I don't think the flavor is quite as good as the Jack Link's.
Something we should take into account though, there's a review on Amazon from a guy named Fred who gave it 5 stars and said, I like it.
I don't think Fred bought all of them and was eating them back to back though.
Not as good as Jack Link's.
Not as good as Jack Link's. It's not as tender, it's not as flavorful. If you got a lot of time to kill, you might want to move this up on your own list.
What happens when you point your finger at the sky and say, Jack Link's?
Nothing.
Over in the Mythical kitchen, Josh and Nicole are taking on the internet's biggest food debates. If you want to hear what they have to say, check out A Hot Dog is a Sandwich, the podcast, wherever you get your podcast.
It's a very consumable length. You got like a 20-minute podcast. You can fit that in.
About
Check
the
it
length
out.
of a hot dog.
All right, so now we've got the most expensive on our list. What is this?
Field trip.
Get out there.
Can I smell?
Original. Yeah.
Not and smell good. It smells like a field trip.
Now,
There's
there's
stuff all over.
their cut is similar to Jack Link's, a little thinner. There seems to be more of a seasoning on it, which this original seasoning is sea salt and black pepper with brown sugar / hickory marinade. A lot of pepper.
I do not like this taste. And I like pepper. There's almost like a minerally, like metally taste to it. Is it not?
Yeah, I don't know. How are they getting away with charging the most for this one? Because
That is not good. I feel like I gotta give it another chance though. I mean,
I know.
and I love field trips. That's the thing. It was the best part of school. It's a great slogan. Get out there.
This piece is a lot more tender, but
There's 3 guys, Matt, Scott, and Tom, who are watching this now. Welcome, Matt, Scott, and Tom.
it's more about the seasoning than the meat. And you either like the seasoning or you don't. So,
I do not, and I don't like the meat taste either.
and if
Sorry,
I was
boys.
tasting it on its own, I might not be so critical. But when you put it beside these other ones, it's just isn't. It's not worth the additional price.
Yeah, sorry, we're not going on a field trip today. Now we've got CRAVE, and now for
With a
somebody
K.
who's been, I visit the jerky section on a pretty regular basis. For me, CRAVE sort of represents the point in which jerky got cool all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? Like all of a sudden it was like they were trying to do something a little more eye-catching, cool name, cool bag.
Now this has no seasoning or dust on it. I don't know what that is. That's like a grain of meat rice. Get rid of that.
Oh, that's got a little kick.
Now this one is not tender. It kind of comes apart in pieces.
Now for me, initial flavor, this is towards the top. This is rivaling Jack Link's for me at this point.
I'm not feeling the taste as much. Let me try a different piece. It tastes like beef from Taco Bell.
And
And all they say they put on is sea salt.
it's got more than that.
Definitely.
You gotta look at the ingredients list, not just the front. I like the fact that it's got a kick. It's not as good as Jack Link, so I'm not gonna argue with you there.
I think we need to compare it to Alberto. So I'm taking a little piece.
Oh. Alberto's way more smoky.
I like it better.
I'm kind of on the fence between these two because Alberto's flavor is good. So
These are neck and neck.
If you feel strongly about that, I'm not gonna argue with you. But I'm telling you right now,
But they are neck and neck right there in the middle.
Jack Link's is the best so far. Let's keep going.
Country Archer Jerky. Take a sniff of that while I give you some of the history, Red. In 1977, a butcher named Celestino Charlie Mirarchi started making and selling jerky at a roadside stand, and eventually it launched into a brand. And judging by Charlie's only photo on the website, I might have to call him Sexy Dave Thomas from Wendy's.
You find that sexy?
Yeah, especially when you're just looking at his face.
I find that expression, especially next to a side of beef, just a little unsettling. But I'll tell you what, I find his jerky
A lot more variety in the cuts.
is bringing it hard. Wow, that's good jerky.
It's flavorful.
Man, that's so next level. What's his name? I mean,
Charlie Mirarchi.
that piece was just like a steak at a restaurant. It was just like, I mean, it was so tender.
And the flavor is expected. It's not, oh, this is weird.
I thought you were gonna say exquisite.
Exquisite too.
Expected, which is not, doesn't compute with me, but
I mean, even if I tasted Jack Link's,
I can't stop eating it. I mean, it's so much better.
Rip some of that. I didn't think you could get more tender than the Jack Link's, but this is almost twice as tender.
Jack Link still tastes good. Mm-hmm. But this is, look, I was gonna say gourmet as jerky gets. You've done it, Archer, Country Archer. Established 1977, the year I was born. And I didn't even know about it.
Put it at number 1.
I should know about everything from the year I was born.
That is currently,
Woo!
we got Country Archer at the Beef Chief zone, but we got one more to try, y'all.
And finally, we have Chef's Cut Jerky. In 2004, Chef Blair B.J. Swiler was caddying for a man named Dennis Rydell on the golf course. And I don't know if I'm supposed to know who Dennis Rydell is, but apparently it was so good that when he gave him his famous homemade beef jerky that a brand was born.
Ooh.
And now we have it here in a very small bag.
I've been a fan of Chef's Cut.
Really? How do you know about this? You've been jerking without me.
Now, if you look at it, it looks unlike, it's like in the most raw form.
Oh, that's just strange. But I think that might be good. It's just like putting a piece of beef on a...
It's like the beef has just been jerked into a bag.
Oh, hold on a second.
Let me taste.
It's so tender.
Not as tender as Country Archer.
Think again, friend.
Bring that back over.
This is like just setting a piece of beef on a board and letting it dry. I mean, I know that's all jerky, but
This is more moist.
tenderness and dryness are two different things.
Yeah, so it's definitely drier than the Archer.
First of all, you took almost all of it. I mean, I got some. I found some.
I just wanted to show the people.
First of all, right off the bat,
When I go back and forth,
both of these are the best two. I don't think there's any question in my mind.
there is a question in my mind. If the,
It says it's like steak in a bag. This is the thing. Now, you don't like steak though, which is an interesting thing, and this is getting to be very much like steak.
it's falling apart. I don't love that about it. The fact that there's like a bunch of little pieces.
We've had a lot of jerky. I mean, I've had my like recommended daily
You got a Jack Link.
allowance.
You got a Jack Link, you got a Chef's Cut, and then you've got Country Archer. Now, in terms of the taste,
This is not easy. This is a hard job. Which jerky's the best? Gotta get it right.
I think we know that our value pick is Jack Link's. For it to be the least expensive, for it to be in the running.
Jack Link's is falling off a cliff compared to these top two for me. It's not even remotely
I think we're
in
moving
the same
these down.
territory.
And then we're trying to decide between these.
Here's what I'll say. This is almost so non-jerky like that it's bordering on something else. And I think that for jerky people, I think that you're gonna want something that still holds up like jerky.
The Chef's Cut is drier. The taste is less classic jerky, but
It
in
just tastes
general,
like a piece of brisket put on a board and dried, which is very, very good. But it's getting close to not being jerky. So I think I see where you're headed. I think I'm headed to the same place.
ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to crown Country Archer as the beef chief and the best jerky. And it wasn't easy. Shout out to Jack
But
and
that's
the chef.
some good jerky. I mean, that is some incredible jerky that is just, I mean, you don't have to even go on a field trip to get to it. Just go to the store and get it. Not a sponsor, but maybe you should be. We're here, we're waiting, Country Archer. We'll even shake Dave's hand or whatever his name was, Celestino. He's probably dead. If he's not, we'll have him on the show.
Sexy Dave. Alberto! You know what to do. Click that bell and know what time it is.
This is Steven from Springfield, Missouri, and this is freshly made cow tongue, and it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
Lingua, very, very tasty, very tender. Okay, click the top link to watch us try to figure out which body parts we're touching with a Slim Jim. That's my shoulder in Good Mythical more.
And to find out where the wheel of mythicality is gonna land, put us up on your wall, y'all. Rent and link posters are available now at mythical.com.